Hello, everyone. We are live, and in this lesson, you are going to learn prepositions of place. Those tricky words in English: at, in, on. I'm sure these confuse you sometimes. Don't worry, we'll review the most common mistakes that I see from students, and we're going to do this as a quiz. So I'm going to test your knowledge as we go. So here is your first question. I see a lot of mistakes with this one. She's the bus stop. Do you need at, in, or on? And to make it more challenging for you, as you say your answer out loud, write it in the comments, repeat the sentence to practice your speaking skills. You should always look for opportunities to practice your speaking skills every chance you get. So say it out loud as a full sentence so you can imitate my pronunciation as well. She's the bus stop. Now, complete the preposition and explain why. That will help you make sure that you aren't just guessing, that you understand the reason. And I see the answer from my smart students in the comments already. I am doing this as a live lesson. So hello, good morning to all of you. Good evening, depending on your time zone as well. Good evening. Hello, Seema. Welcome. As Horatio says, welcome all the way to Italy. Welcome. And I see the answer. Okay. She's at the bus stop. If you say station, it sounds more of a larger area. This I would call a bus stop. But if you use station, it would be the same preposition. Okay. Now, sometimes I hear students say in. You can't say she's in the bus stop because the bus stop is considered a precise location. However, did you notice that in this picture here, there is a shelter? So a box. This is common at bus stops to protect you from the weather. If a person were in the photo, were in the bus shelter because it's an enclosed space. You could also say she's at the bus stop and she's in the shelter if you want to be more precise. So notice a small change in the noun and the preposition changes. Okay, our next quiz. I'm the corner of the street. And you can see what that means in this image. This man is the corner of the street and he's waiting for you. So make sure you get there soon because you're late. He's waiting for you. Hello to Brazil and hello to Peru and Slovakia. Hello. Iran as well. All right. I'm the corner of the street. Okay. So what do we know? What do we need? Does anyone know? Say your answer out loud. Write it in the comments. If you're watching the replay, make sure you write your answer in the comments as well and say it out loud to practice your pronunciation because you're learning sentence structure and you're learning vocabulary at the same time. Maybe you didn't know this was a bus shelter and now you do. So you're learning a lot as well. Okay, I'm at the corner of the street. Ooh, a lot of people said on in the comments. Now, this is not correct because the corner of the street is a precise location. Think of it as if you can get directions to it on Google Maps or Waze or Apple Maps, whatever you use, if you can get directions to it, if you can visually see it on a map, which you can, one street, two street, and that's the corner. So it's a precise location. I'm at the corner of the street waiting for you. Ooh, that was a tricky one already. And keep track of your score as we go along, and you can share your score at the end. All right. How about this one? The books are the shelf. I think this is an easy one for you. What do you think? The books are, you can visually see it. And notice the wording, because here I said the shelf, but what if I said the desk? Would it be the same preposition? So it's important to think about these things as well. So you can look at a room you're in or look at a photo and you can practice forming sentences using different prepositions. The books are, I see a lot of right answers here. As Studio said, the books are on the shelf, on the shelf. And who knows the reason why? None of my students are providing the reason why, which means you might be guessing. And if you guess, you have a 33% chance that you're right. So make sure you provide the reason so you know that you understand the rules. Okay, this is because it's in contact with a surface. A surface. The books are on the shelf. That's a surface. Now, the desk would be the same. The books are on the desk. So it would be the same if you changed it to desk. Okay, a little tricky one for you there. Now, are you enjoying this lesson? If you are, make sure you like it, subscribe, and put yes, yes, yes. I want to see your enthusiasm in the comments as we go as well. Do you want me to keep quizzing you with prepositions? Is this a style of lesson you like? Let me know. Yes, yes, yes in the comments. Okay, our next one. He's the library. All right. He's the library. What would we say? In the meantime, students are letting me know they're enjoying this lesson. Woohoo! I am so glad. And nice to see you as well. The comments are moving very fast, but nice to see you as well to my students. Okay. Maybe there's some disagreement on what the answer should be. He's in the library. So this is interesting because native speakers will use these interchangeably. I'm at the library, I'm in the library. Even though this image, the person is clearly in an enclosed space. So right now I'm in my office, right? But the library is also a precise point on a map, a precise location. Because of that, you can use either one, and there's really no difference. If my friend asked me, "Where are you?" I would use I'm at or in interchangeably. However, if my friend was trying to locate me, because my friend was going to meet me and I wanted to be more precise, then I would specify I'm in the library so my friend knows to enter rather than wait outside. So if that information is not important, native speakers use it interchangeably. If it's for the purpose of locating someone and you want to be precise, then I would choose the preposition based on more information. And yes, this video is being recorded so you can watch the replay. All right. And Happy New Year to you, Belly, as well. How about our next one? Let's meet the park entrance. And visually, you see the entrance right here in the image. So again, think of all the vocabulary that you're learning. And you can do this lesson again, and you can look at the image. You can try to think of different nouns and change your prepositions if it's needed. Let's meet the park entrance. Now, because my last one used two different prepositions, could this one use two different prepositions? No, it can't, because the entrance, as you can see in the image, the entrance isn't an enclosed space. So it's more of a precise location. You can see the entrance on a map. Let's meet at the park entrance simply because we don't consider it big enough to enclose the person. I'm at the park entrance. Our next one, they live the coast. What a beautiful image we have of a very picturesque. You could call this town or village picturesque. You could call it quaint, or charming. So there are some adjectives for you while you think of the answer. They live the coast. What do you think? What do you think? They live on the coast, on the coast. Now, some students got it right. Great job, Peter, on the coast. Some students did not get it right. And that's okay because you're probably thinking, but I live in a village. I live in a city. I live in a town. That's correct. But you live on the coast because the coast is considered more of a linear feature. So it follows a line. It follows a line. So on the coast, on a mountain, on a cliff, on a ridge, on an island as well. This almost looks like an island. I live on an island, not in. So sometimes you just need to remember prepositions because you could certainly argue that this is an enclosed space. However, sometimes it just requires memorization. So you can add those ones I listed to your notebook and do some repetition. And you're right, it is a real pain in the neck. You're right, Manuel. I agree with you. And you're right, on the edge of the world. Yes, on the edge. Very nice. Okay, my students, you are so smart, all of you. And you're right, on the beach as well. Okay, there are children, the swings. Okay, so there are children in the park. So that is, the park has geographical boundaries. It's considered an enclosed space. You could also say, I'm at the park, because you could see it as a precise point on a map. So you could say, I'm in the park, I'm at the park. Same explanation I gave with the library. However, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking about the swings, the swings. Okay, and Marta got it. There are children on the swings. Great job, Marta. And this is because the swing, the seat of the swing is considered a surface, and the children are in contact. This way is better. In contact with a surface. So there are children on the swings. On the swings. Very nicely done. And as the verb, you could say they are swinging. They are swinging. So the swings, a swing is a noun. The swings, because they're specific and there's more than one. And then you can swing, which is a verb, to swing. There are children swinging on the swings. And who doesn't love swinging? Adults should swing more. I think so. Why not? Okay, he's standing the door. He's standing the door. What would you say? Maybe this is an easy one. Maybe you're thinking, uh-oh, is this one with different prepositions? What's the answer here? I'm giving you some easy ones and some difficult ones at the same time. All right. And Stefania, I also like swinging. I really like swinging. It is fun. All right. He's standing. He is standing. He's standing at the door. At the door. So the same with the park entrance. It's not big enough to be considered an enclosed space to say he's in the door. He's in the door. So he's at a precise location. He's standing at the door. At the door. Okay, very nicely done. My smart students got the answer. Awesome. There's a crack, the wall. Ooh, this is a very eerie image, isn't it? Imagine you got to a house and you walked in and this is what you saw. It's something from a horror movie, perhaps. There's a crack, the wall. Oh, And I am so glad one student just said, the way I explain is awesome. I appreciate that, JP. Thank you so much for saying that. Okay. I see a lot of answers. There's a crack in the wall, in the wall. Now, I understand a lot of students said on. There's a crack on the wall. The reason is because in this case, the crack is seen as penetrating the wall, not just on the outer surface. So, absolutely, you hang a painting on the wall. You hang a painting on the wall, but the crack is enclosed. The crack is in the wall, in the wall. Okay, some of these are a little more difficult because I understand you could argue both ways. You could say, but that is definitely an on. I get it. I get it. Sometimes English prepositions don't make sense. Sometimes it's just a matter of memorization. How about this one? We have two. Okay, the meeting is the conference room, the fourth floor. What do we need? What do we need? And Manuel, you're right. If you said surface, if you specified surface, I agree. If you said on a surface, that sounds correct to me because I imagine a surface and preposition on matches that. So if you said on the surface, then that sounds correct to me. Okay. The meeting is, we need two prepositions. Oh, okay. We got 1 out of 2 with this one. 1 out of 2. What do we have? Ah, here we go. Studio got it. So we say on a floor. I see a lot of students saying at. It's on. So the meeting is in the conference room. The conference room is considered an enclosed space, just like I'm in my office. The meeting is in the conference room. We use on with floor because we consider it a surface, a surface. And that's why it's on and not, we don't consider the floor an enclosed space. It's the surface that you walk on. You walk on a floor. So just remember that. I live on the 14th, the 17th, the first, second, whatever it might be. And also remember with floor, you need the ordinal number, first, second, third, and you need that article the. So remember to pay attention to sentence structure, learn other vocabulary. You're learning a lot more than prepositions in this lesson. The meeting is in the conference room on the fourth floor. Excellent job, everyone. I left my keys. Two prepositions, but I think these are easy ones. I think this will be easy for you. All right. And Stefania lives on the third floor. I live on the second floor. Okay. And exactly. In the conference room on the fourth floor. What about this one? I left my keys. I left my keys. What do we need, everyone? AK got it. On the table in the kitchen. Easy. This one's easy. So table, this is considered a surface. It's not enclosed, it's a surface, but the kitchen is an enclosed space. So because of that, I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. I'm in my office. I'm in my living room. I'm in my bedroom. All right. Awesome job, everyone. Right now, she's the hospital. For this one, I want you to base your answer on the image you see. So if someone showed you this image and said, "Where is she?" What would you say? So look at the image and base your answer on this image. Okay. Yes. We have some correct answers here. Yeah. Based on this image, I would say at the hospital because we can see that she's at a precise location and not in an enclosed space. But if the image were different, we could say she's in the hospital, she's in a hospital room, she's in the cafeteria, which would be in the hospital as well. So remember our image of the library. Native speakers will change the preposition at or in when they are in. So if I'm in a library, I could equally say at the library. But if I am outside the library, I would not say in. I would only say at. So because this image is outside, that's why I feel you can only say at because that reflects how native speakers use prepositions. Okay, exactly. She's at the hospital. How about this one? We hired someone to hang the picture, the wall. An easy one. I think I already gave this as an example. Oh, thank you so much. DMB, bravo. Bravo to you. I appreciate you supporting this channel with your donation. That really helps me create more lessons and keep making these for everyone. So your contribution benefits all students because it helps me share this knowledge with you. So thank you so much for that. We hire someone to hang the picture. On the wall. This one was easy, right? Because the wall is a surface. So that crack one was a little tricky. But this one is easy. It's not it's not penetrating. It's definitely just touching the surface. Okay, on the wall. That one's easy for you. See, sometimes prepositions are very easy. He doesn't work. Okay, so notice this image, but it's saying he doesn't. He doesn't work a cubicle. First of all, you need to know what a cubicle is. I'm not going to tell you what a cubicle is because if you are taking an English exam, your ability to answer this question relies on your knowledge of what a cubicle is. Maybe this is common knowledge. I don't know. I don't know if this is a common way of working in other parts of the world. Certainly in North America, it is. But I see most students have the right answer, so it must be common knowledge. As Stefania, well, Azam, AK, Stefania had it, but the comments go so fast. Kai has it as well. Okay, in a cubicle. What's a cubicle, everyone? So a cubicle is this man here. We call this an open environment, an open work environment. But if this man had walls around him, that is a cubicle. Generally 3 walls, because if it were 4 walls, that would be considered an office. So a cubicle has 3 walls, and they're usually not solid cement walls. They're usually movable walls, whereas an office has 4 walls, and they're solid, they're cement, or they're plywood. Okay. It's like a box. Exactly. And that's why it's in because it's an enclosed space. So you can say he's at his desk, he's at his desk, and he doesn't work in a cubicle, thankfully. All right. How about this? They're spending the weekend the countryside. Oh, isn't that such a lovely place to spend the weekend? Again, you could describe this image. Oh, it looks so picturesque, quaint, charming, relaxing, calming. Think of some adjectives you can use to describe these pictures as well. They're spending the weekend. Ooh, I chose certain ones that I know don't follow logical patterns, so can be confusing. In the countryside. So the countryside is considered a defined area. Now, this one might confuse you because we had on the coast, but this one does follow the logical pattern. We can consider it a defined area. So, in the countryside, in a city, in a village, in a town, for example, in the countryside. Very nice, as Alexander had. All right. Very nicely done, everyone. I am very impressed with my smart students, as always. The coat is the coat rack. The coat rack. So actually, this image is pretty funny. AI generated this image. And if you look closely, there is no coat rack. It's just hanging in midair. This jacket is mysteriously hanging in midair. But let's imagine there's a coat rack. The coat is the coat rack. Okay, what would you say? I see the correct answer. Christoph got it. On the coat rack. Because the coat rack isn't an enclosed space. So if it were a closet is an enclosed space. So you could say in the closet. But a coat rack is just more of a surface, and we use on when things are attached to. So yes, it can be this, but it can also just be this. It's just attached to or on top of a surface. That's how we use on. The coat is on the coat rack. The coat isn't in the closet. The coat is on the coat rack. All right. Yes, it is on the imaginary coat rack. All right. How about this one? The passengers are waiting the platform. Okay. What would we say here? The passengers are waiting the platform. Easy, difficult. Is there more than one option? Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. What do we need here? So the platform is considered a surface. It's considered the ground part. So that's the platform. And that's why on is the best preposition. And you wouldn't consider this a precise location. It's a surface, the platform. Don't stand on the platform. It's not safe to stand on the platform. On. What about this? I'll see you the concert tonight. What do we need here? I'll see you the concert tonight. Ooh, when was the last time you went to a concert like this? It has been years. Maybe you went to Taylor Swift and it was like this. Wouldn't that be amazing? I'll see you the concert tonight. What do you need here? I see the correct answer and I see the incorrect answer, which isn't surprising. Yes. All right. We got it. At the concert. I'll see you at the concert. The concert takes place at a precise location on a map. Okay, so the concert is considered a specific point, a specific area. But let's compare that to this. The fans are gathered, the stadium. So I changed the wording a little bit. Same picture as we had before, but before I was talking about the concert, and now I'm talking about the fans, and I'm talking about the stadium. What would I say here? The fans are gathered in the stadium because you can see the fans, because you can see it in the image here. It's an enclosed space. There are walls around, but the concert is just considered a precise point. The concert would be think of it as the building on the map, but this is an enclosed space. All right. How about this one? The statue is the square. The square. So you might have to know what square is, but I think that's a pretty common tourist term. So I'm sure you've visited a lot of squares as a tourist. Okay. What would you say here? The statue is in the square. In the square. Because the square is considered a defined area. It's like a park, it's a specific area. The statue is in the square, it's enclosed. Now, if you're a person, because a person can move, and someone asks you, where are you? You could say, I'm in the square, I'm at the square. Remember, the same thing as library or hospital or airport. You're either at as a precise point on a map or you're enclosed. I'm in the square, I'm at the square. There's no difference here. But the statue can't move. So the statue is always located within a defined area. The statue is in the square. How about this one? Let's sit the grass. This is my favorite place to sit, but a lot of people don't enjoy it. They prefer a bench. But I love sitting the grass as close to nature as I can. What would you say? Some of the students have it already. Is this an easy one for you? Stephanie has it on the grass because the grass is also the ground, the grass. It's the surface, the surface. So you walk on the grass, you walk on the ground. Okay, and that's why it's on. Let's sit on the grass. Who's with me? Let's sit on the grass. How about this one? Look, there's a bird, the roof. There's a bird, the roof. What would you say for this one? And are there more than one? Is there more than one choice or is it just one option? You always want to think about that as well. Okay, I think this one was easy. Danta has it on the roof because the roof is also considered a surface and the bird isn't enclosed. Thankfully, the bird is not in a cage. The bird is on the roof. So it's just attached to on the roof. All right. The people, the subway look bored. Oh, they look bored. So you're learning vocabulary at the same time. So notice this ED form, bored, bored. The people look bored because it's boring. It's boring. To be boring. So that causes the feeling bored. The people, what do you think here? The people on the subway, you got it. So we use on with larger transportation where one can move around. So if you can get up and easily move, we generally use on with that transportation. So with that method of transportation. How about this one? There, the car. It looks like they're happy because it's a more convenient way to travel. They're listening to music. They have the breeze from the windows open. There, the car. Hidaki got it. They're in the car. So you can think of in with smaller transportation because you can't easily get up and move like you can on a subway, right? So that's why we use in with a car. What about this one? I'm changing the focus. It's the same picture, but I'm changing the focus. She's the passenger seat. So this is the passenger seat where she is. The man, this is the driver seat. The driver seat, the passenger seat. So all seats that are not the driver seat are passenger seats. Okay, so there could be 3, there could be 5 passenger seats, but generally there's only one driver seat Maybe there's some weird car with 2 driver's seats. I'm not sure. Okay, what would you say? She's the passenger seat. So passenger is the adjective. We're really talking about seat as the noun that your preposition would attach to. Oh, this is a tricky one in English. She's in the passenger seat. So, with seats, with chairs in English, you can use in or on. It depends if you view yourself as just sitting on the surface or if it's more of an enclosure. So on a stool, for like a stool, I would say I'm sitting on a stool because I can easily just get up and move. And a lot of kitchen chairs, I would just say I'm sitting on the chair. But there are certain seats that are more of an enclosure. So this one, we just view it as an enclosed space, and that's why it's in. With the word seat, there is just memorization because it is possible to use in or on depending on the seat. But because of that, also know if you use in or on, because both are possible, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't stress out about it. It's okay. Okay, how about this one? So I'm still talking about the seat, but I'm changing the reference point. I'm changing the focus. My bag is the seat. What would you say? Don't give up, Malcolm. Don't give up. Everything is difficult before it becomes easy. And at the end of the day, it's honestly not a big deal if you use the wrong preposition. It's okay. I understand that on a grammar exam, it is very important, but in your day-to-day speech and conversations, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, my bag is, what would you say? Julio got it. On the seat, on the seat. So this is what I mean, that sometimes a seat can be just viewed as a surface. Other times it can be seen as more of an enclosure. Sometimes it just depends on the person's perspective. Do you see it as a surface or as an enclosure? Just ask yourself that. Is it easy to get up and move, or is it a little more difficult? In a car, for example, if you put your baby in a car seat, it's not easy for that baby to move around. The baby is strapped in and it's quite enclosed. So it's not easy to move around. So just ask yourself, is it easy to move the person or the object? This bag, it certainly is, or not. So that can help you answer it. And at the end of the day, don't stress about it. It's a minor thing. Okay, that's it. Amazing job. So I hope you learned that sometimes English prepositions are very easy. They follow the rules. Other times, it's not the most logical and perhaps needs memorizations. But at the end of the day, don't stress. We're talking about the difference between on or in. That's okay. Again, for grammar exams, yes, this is something you need to pay attention to. So please study this for your exam, but in day-to-day speech, don't stress about this. Just keep practicing, keep memorizing them. Even if you memorize on the coast for this one, in the countryside, or the transportation in the subway, or sorry, on the subway, in a car, even if you just memorize those major ones, that would be amazing job. Amazing job, everyone. Again, I hope you like this lesson. Do you like the quiz format of these lessons? If you do, let me know. Put yes, yes, yes. Do you want me to make another quiz? What topic? We've already done prepositions. We could do other prepositions. We could do a totally different topic. Share your suggestions in the comments as well, and that will help me plan my next lesson. And please support this channel, like this lesson, subscribe, so it's possible for me to keep making these lessons for you. And I will see all of you in my next one. Bye. Sending you so much love. Bye.